Hey Shackers, Greg here, and today I'm continuing my series exploring the mafia-like hierarchy of the video game villain world. Today's list will feature the top 10 video game lieutenants. Now on my previous list, I went over the lowest of the low on the villain totem pole, the henchmen. The lieutenants, or capo as they're sometimes called, are usually the ones who give orders to the henchmen to carry out. They're not the right-hand man or the big boss, but they are usually in charge of certain operations that lower-level criminals can't do or are too stupid to do. I'll be basing my picks on a few key factors. Of course, our community, job responsibility, power, evil intent, and of course, they have to have an evil agenda or act accordingly. Well, let's continue to explore this hierarchy in video games. These are the top 10 video game lieutenants.
The fleet has moved out to light speed and we're preparing to...
You have failed me for the last time, Admiral. Captain Piet, you are in command now, Admiral Piet.
Thank you, Lord Vader.
Sora, behind you!
What's wrong? Can't fight in the underworld? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo!
Better think again.
Charge!
In the darkness, the Heartless fight for power against the Nobodies, and Pete is probably the best example of a high-level grunt that commands the Heartless swarm, working to further his agenda and gain power from the Heartless. He may be a coward, and he's not the smartest, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous. After all, he does answer to Maleficent.
Well, see, there's this Organization 13 that keeps getting in the way.
Let those fools play their little game.
But what about that runt with the Keyblade? He's been a real pain too.
Oh, has he?
A recurring enemy character in the Double Dragon franchise, Abobo has massive strength and is no pushover. He's had multiple incarnations, being the first real boss fight you encounter in Double Dragon, to becoming the muscle of Shadow Boss in the animated series.
He has powers. He does weird, scary things. And if you mess up, he might do them to us.
Oh, you worry too much, Bobo!
Abobo is a perfect definition of a lieutenant, making sure that Billy and Jimmy feel pain every step of the way by throwing mountains and mountains of henchmen into them.
Warning! Stop, meatbag. My targeting computer has scanned your soft spots. The first shot will immobilize you. The second will spill your slippery components onto the floor.
Although he starts off as a wisecracking member of your crew, HK-47 ends up being one of your main lieutenants in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Online. You even have a chance to talk to him. Finding out the turn of events that preceded Knights of the Old Republic 2, HK-47 now runs a foundry that assembles assassination droids for the Emperor.
I am HK-47, the Master's most faithful ally. Once a mere assassin droid, it is now my burden and joy to command the Foundry's mechanical armies.
It's very rare that a droid be in charge of something so important, and it's a daunting task for someone such as HK-47, but it's also a fitting job for him as well.
I am often pleasantly surprised by my Master's moral compass.
Get up.
Please, stop.
Not so fun when you're fighting someone who isn't tied to a chair, is it?
I didn't kill her!
You ordered it.
I'm sorry.
Well, that brings her back, doesn't it?
Although he's been climbing the underground ranks rather rapidly, with his most recent trip to Hell, Johnny Gat is a very high-level lieutenant. He's usually put in charge of smaller operations and makes the necessary arrangements for his friends and team to rob, assassinate, or set up their enemies. He's an excellent tactician and always has an in-your-face attitude, and even though he's not in charge yet, he probably will be, fairly soon.
Out of here with that sparkle thing. I'm Boss Grimskull! This whole planet is mine! Whoa!
Okay, look, I felt really bad that I left out orcs in my henchman list, so I'm adding in Grimskull. You have to give him credit, as a mere yell will have dozens of orcs piling in blindly to die upon orders. His power claw and cybernetic augmentations make him a formidable foe, but his intelligence and his ability to underestimate his opponents is probably why he's not the right hand or the main boss in charge of the orcish horde.
I ain't finished with you yet, Space Marine!
But I am finished with you, Orc.
Right here.
One of the most ruthless locusts. He started out a low-level henchman before climbing the ranks of the hordes. His devotion to the Locust Queen and his above-average intelligence makes him a perfect candidate for the Locust Army commander. If he hadn't been stopped by the Gears, he probably would have been the right hand of the Queen herself.
Cut off the head of the snake, and the body dies. We will win this war. It's only a matter of time.
The Diablo games have a full hierarchy of demons in the Circle of Hell, but the lesser evils serve as a conduit to which all lower-level demons follow, such as Asmodan and Belial. They all compete to conquer the mortal plane, but unlike Diablo and the other prime evils, they're not as powerful, making them the perfect lieutenants to cause chaos in the mortal world.
Forth from the shattered mountain, ravaging this world and all hope of resistance. My minions will find the stone, wherever you choose to hide it. Then, at long last, Asmodan shall reign as the prime evil.
Dr. Wiley has an evil fortress to run, and with the amount of locations to control, he leaves that to his robot masters. In charge of keeping order or disorder to each sector, Dr. Wiley's robot masters are usually built to have maximum effectiveness in their environments. From water to forest, without the robot masters keeping order amongst the ranks of mindless robot drones, you might as well just give Mega Man a free pass to Dr. Wiley's base. They are the perfect lieutenants for the perfect job. Conquering the Mushroom Kingdom is a lot of work, but King Koopa has these 7 kids to help him. These Koopalings are the main lieutenants of each smaller kingdom, tasked with destroying Mario and running Bowser's Doomship fleet. Iggy, Larry, Lemmy, Ludwig, Morton, and Roy are the brothers of the group, each bringing with them their own set of skills and strengths, while Wendy remains the only girl in the group. It's a lot of responsibility for a kid, but serving Bowser and leading his Doomship fleet is a great honor and privilege to these 7 Koopalings.
What did you say? Do you want me to slice you open like I did your friend? Shut the fuck up! Okay? I'm the one with the fucking dick. Look at me. Look me in the fucking eye. Hey! You fuck! Look me in the eye! You're my bitch.
Voss is probably one of the scariest and effective lieutenants in the chain of command criminal organization. He's in charge of the entire island's security, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's clearly a schizophrenic person, and I'm still amazed he's able to take orders at all.
They say Voss! Voss! Who the fuck is it going to be? Them or me? Me or them?
Voss is the most effective lieutenant in the history of video games. He's everything a crime boss would want and everything an enemy would hate to face. What are some of your favorite video game lieutenants? Let us know in the comments below. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Oh, Jesus.